Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me for another review, Rise Frags 34. As you can see, this one is from the Issey Miyaki house. Not much talk, with this house in the last couple of years. There's kind of a lot of love, hate for the regular Issey Miyaki Pour-Homme. Some people just don't really like it. Some people love it, and I'm one of the guys who really enjoy it because it's such a great fragrance all around. It's such a versatile fragrance. It's strong enough to cut through the winter months, and it's citrusy and bright enough to enjoy in the summer as well. So this one is the limited edition Homme Noir Absolu. So this I like to see is this one is kind of its bigger brother. It's a little more mature, a little and I don't really want to say deeper because it's very similar, don't get me wrong, but there's just something about it with after the first 3-4 hours, it really just kind of just has this nice, it kind of settles in, and it's just a little more mature and just a little nicer. I'm not saying mature as dated or older, mature, but I'm just saying like it does settle into something that's really special, and I really like this one. This is my favorite one out of the whole bunch. So now there is a new one that just came out, I think 2016, and that's another absolute one, noir, absolute, things like that too. So I think there's more of like some vanilla notes and some more things like that. I didn't really look into that one too much, but I just wanted to bring this one. It's funny, I had a viewer comment in my last video, and he's like, hey, why don't you do something, and I was thinking about doing this one actually in the last couple weeks, just because it's kind of different than, and he's like, why don't you review something different? I looked at your profile, why don't you review this one? The Noir Absolu, and I was like, wow, that was kind of weird. This is the one I was going to review anyway. So, so this one I'm reviewing. But this one came out to us in 2010. The notes: mandarin orange, cashmere wood, amber, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Those are your notes. So it's kind of simple. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of notes in this one, and it really doesn't. I mean, it's pretty much a linear scent until that 4th, 5th hour, but I'll kind of get into that. First initial spray of this one, I think you pretty much get the original. It does have, there's no yuzu note, but I know there's strong, it's just like it's that same DNA from the original Issey Miyaki yuzu note. And I know there's, it's just that bright lemon. It actually smells like grapefruit. And what's kind of neat about this one, I'm not going to say smoky, but it does have like some spices and amber in there, and I think it kind of just sweetens it up a little bit. And not to mention Aventus at all, but it kind of has that same kind of vibe. Not that it smells like Aventus, don't get me wrong, it smells like Issey Miyaki, Pour-Homme, but it has that same kind of thing. Sometimes you get these hints of it being that like pineapple-y smokiness for Aventus. This is kind of like that lemon, yuzu, and the amber kind of. It's really just a really nice fragrance. Like I said, it's just a less kind of playful than the original. It's just a little bit deeper and a little bit better. But for the first 3-4 hours, this one really projects well. It does have that same power that the original Pour-Homme has, and like I said, it's almost the same vibe. But after that 4th, 5th hour, you're going to get a little bit more amber in there. I get a strong nutmeg. And what's nice about nutmeg is it's spicy, but it's more of like a fresh spice. I don't know if you've smelled nutmeg, but I did before this review, and it does give you more of like a fresh, spicy vibe. And that's basically what you're going to get in this fragrance. It's just a little bit spicier, a little bit sweeter towards the end, but it just still has that yuzu or that DNA of the original Issey Miyaki, but it gets sweeter, and that's what's nice about the dry down in this one. It lasts almost 8 hours on my skin. It does get pretty close after that 7th, 8th hour mark, but it's still there. So longevity is nice. Like I said, it does 4 sprays will pretty much you'll let people know you're wearing something with 4 sprays of this one. I wore it today, and it was perfect weather too, like in the 50s, so it wasn't too cold, wasn't too warm, but it really worked well. So versatile, excellent. It's great for the office. It would be great for nighttime. So any kind of times and age groups too. Man, this is perfect. Anything. I could see high school, kid wearing this all the way up. Now, again, I think the original would be better for like a high school, college student. This one is more of a maybe 21 and older, you know, kind of, like I said, it just has a little bit more going on with it than the original. But getting on with the presentation, I really like the presentation. It's just a box, of course, but I like the gold and the black, and it's just a little bit different. It's got the limited edition on there, so hopefully you can see that. Always be careful, you know, with fakes and stuff. I don't know if they're faking this one up, but you always want to make sure, you know, batch codes and everything are on there too. So that's just the box. Like I said, just a regular, you know, cardboard box. Now this is the bottles are awesome. You know, there's no bottles that actually look like this, which is pretty neat. So, you know, the Japanese, they had a really good thought with this one. It's just stylish. It's sexy. It's just a nice bottle. I love their clear caps and everything. But there's your bottle right there. Hopefully that'll focus nice for you. Again, batch numbers and you know, just more information. Here's your spray, which is good. Nice spray. And you know, unfortunately, it's a limited edition. This is discontinued, but I searched it out. There's a couple on eBay right now. I think Bonanza.com has it right now, and I know it's expensive. You know, it's 150 bucks for 100 mil, but for what you get, for the performance, you know, and it does smell different than a lot of just the regular citrus fragrance. You know, it's not Acqua di Gio, it's not Aventus, it's not, you know, it is different from all of them because it does have that same Issey Miyaki, you know, DNA. Now again, the original is great. You know, if you guys do like that one, obviously it's still around. It's gonna be, you know, it's always gonna be a classic. You know, like I said, you can wear it in the strong winter months, but man, that first initial spray, it almost smells just like, it's kind of got that Aventus kind of thing going on. It's just the weirdest thing to my nose. If you've ever smelled it, you may disagree with me, but, and I'm saying it doesn't smell like Aventus, but it has that same kind of vibe going on. It's just awesome. I just really like this scent a lot. So, but I wanted to take it off the back burner, wear it, you know, and I wore it a lot when I first got it a couple years ago, and then I just wore it now, and I wanted to kind of throw in something different. It was weird that gentleman said to you know, try and review this one, and I'm glad I was actually, you know, studying it and wore it for the last few days too. So, which is pretty nice. So actually, I wore it today all day, which, like I said, it worked out perfect for the weather and everything. So, but quick review on this one, guys, and you know, like I said, unfortunately, you're gonna pay about $100 to $150 for it right now for that 3.4. But I think it's a great buy, and it's something that it's never gonna be produced again. You know, it's discontinued, so it's nice to have in the collection. But thank you guys again so much for the support and subscribing. And I'm really just enjoying this stuff. Like I said, many more reviews coming at you too. So thank you guys for everything. We'll talk to you soon.